Alright, so I wanted to take the boat up the river and see what that pole was all about, since I had a chance to look at it with the GoPro underwater. And it's an obvious pull to the left. You can see I'm counter steering. You can see right there where I just turned it hard. It's pulling hard enough to where you're constantly counter steering to keep it straight, and it doesn't steer right. It's like really touchy. It wants to, once it goes, it wants to go hard to the right. So, obviously it's just proving that what I saw down there is apparently causing it. Didn't know at this point. I got video at the end of the boat out of the water. I went upstream. This is the country club rapids here, and right in front of the boat here is where I hit the rock. And you can kind of see a rock just to the right of my shoulder. And then there's a big rock on the left of my, right in there. So you can see that was where I was trying to come through. And there's less water now, but you see these two rocks here? I'm kind of wondering if I didn't hit both of them, because the way it bounced me to the right and the left, it's just kind of weird. And I did end up having a dent on the other side of the boat. It just wasn't as severe as the left side. So, picked my path, decided to go up, and I was going to try and make it up to Amaker, but these rapids are getting pretty shallow where the rocks are just below the surface, and I was able to find a path through there without hitting anything. But you come up in here, and it's starting to get to where you really got to kind of look under the water, because the river bottom outcroppings of rocks, there's just like these big rocks and channels on the bottom of the river, and they're starting to get pretty close to the surface. Like in some spots, if you stop the boat and it sank into the back sink down, you're going to start hitting some here pretty soon. A couple more inches down, I'm sure that'll be the case. So got to kind of find the channels and stay between the bigger ones, and the deeper channels and the wider spots are in the middle of the river. Let's see, I think it's not these rapids, but the ones after it is where I banged the boat on the right side. Did it twice today. This is the first run up. I did 2 runs because I took the boat back up to take it out of the water. But that little rapid wasn't bad. But these spots to get through are getting pretty narrow. There's just a lot of rocks. So up around this corner is where I banged the right side of the boat. And it's a narrow spot. It's kind of an angled current. And from the downside, I really slowed this down. You can kind of see what's going on here. There's a rock on the right as I'm steering left here, and a rock on the left. And I'm kind of, I hit that bottom right there. I can see it just on the right side of the boat. Come up, I must have come down and hit that rock, but it felt like it hit on the right, but it just seemed like the rock was hit on the left, but it looked like the rock was on the right. So I don't know, maybe it's just the way Anyway, so coming up here, Hess's Landing's up here on the left. I stopped and checked it out, and then went upstream. This is the first little set of rapids above Hess's Landing, and just checking stuff out, seeing what's new. As the water dropping, everything looks a little different, so it's just not obvious where the paths are anymore. I didn't do it enough to just totally remember it, but I got upstream to the next set of rapids, and above those I was able to get I could have got through them, but above that it was just ripply all the way across. So I'm like, with the UHMW all the on the bottom of the boat, the full piece, I'd probably just go for it. But being that I've got dents I got to repair, I'm just gonna take her down and get the boat out. So this is on the way back down. It gets just past Hessen's Landing here, coming to that set of rapids where I kind of banged on the right side. And this path looked pretty good. I think, you know, this is the way you should probably be coming up it. So you kind of have to get in the middle of the waves and then take a little angle more to the left as you're going upstream. So, you know, picked a good path to go get down through it. But it came up later when I take the boat out and hit this stinking rock again. See right there, it's just picked that narrow little spot where it's going to miss rocks. You know, and then even coming down here, it's like, where the heck, what path did I take, you know? So you just find the best one and go for it. Tends to work out. As long as you can see things coming, you know, and move if you need to. So Country Club Rapids are below this. This time I just decided to go, you know, to the right, going down at the spot where I put the big dent in. Because looking at those rocks, it was like, I don't even know if I could really miss them entirely. You know, it's just a narrow spot, 2 rocks. It appears I've hit them both, you know. And this stuff, not a big deal. You know, if your boat has a full UHMW, you know, it's just these dents. This recent damage got me all stressed out about it, you know. So obviously made a bad choice on the keel strip. But, you know, coming into this, I just got right here. You see lots of rocks and holes. I just decided to go hard right, go around all that big stuff, and take that little channel right there. But I got down the river here a little ways, and I'm trying to just show how the steering's acting. I basically let off there, and you can see the boat just turns pretty hard to the right. And I'm trying to keep my finger on the throttle, but just let it do what it wants to do. It just hangs left, you know, and you got to counter steer pretty hard. So that's what it is. I'm sure I could get through the summer with it, no big deal, but it's obviously drag, you know, and mainly would be doing tubing and stuff. Here's the house. So just want to make it better. All right, time to check out the damage. So put a nice little crease there. Man, that was a good hit. See that crease in the transom? Yeah, that must have been, that was a hard hit on that rock. So obviously this crease right here, it's got a good whoop right there. It's hard to tell because it's sitting on the runner there, but what was amazing me was how much it was pulling to the left. I had to counter steer pretty hard. I'm like, it just doesn't seem like that would do it, but I guess so. I guess maybe it would. I mean, this right here, that's dented in pretty good. And, you know, I guess the bottom comes along here and then whoops up. You know, it's like the scratch isn't that bad, you know, but the dent, man, just buckled that sucker. I mean, that's gonna be kind of hard to get out. Just I don't know if straightening that is even in the cards. You know, it's possible. Man, I mean, that would take a pretty good impact just to get it back down. So I don't know. I mean, I suppose if I lifted the boat up, maybe I could get a better look at it. But yeah, this is definitely tweaked pretty hard. So that stinking thing, see if I can get a better angle at it. Yeah, it's a pretty good rise. So that right there is just causing a hard pull to the left. Just wouldn't have guessed it. I don't know if it's picking up that That angle or not. Oh yeah. From this side it looks even worse. Yeesh. Oh man. Yeah, I can see that pulling to the left. Holy cow. So, man. So I have to figure that one out. I don't want to put it back in until I'm going to get that pole out of it. Man, that might involve some filler metal. I'm not sure. Yeesh. Oh well, figure it out. So yeah, twice today I hit a rock going upstream, and I kind of wanted to see where that was going to be, but it almost felt like it was on the outside of the chine when it hit. It was like really just on the outside, but you know, got some scrapes here. These aren't too bad. Oh man, look at that. Crap, that took out some UHMW. Ooh, hardcore. That stuff's still stuck there, but it took it out almost right up to a screw. Look at that. Dang, you can see the glue there. That's pretty impressive. That's like ripped out, but it didn't rip off. Oh crap. Man, so if that was a full piece of UHMW, something right there almost looks like it just caught the edge. But look at the depth of that groove. That's wow. Man, I might just have to go for the full UHMW. I mean, one piece, you know, because obviously that edge caught. That was definitely a sideways hit. You can see the angle right there. Looks like it was just scraped that way, hardcore, and just literally sheared it off and just ripped it out. And that's the edge of the keel weld, or that is the, you know, the outside keel weld, and bolted down. Man, bolts are holding good, that's for sure. The glue and the bolts seem to really be doing their job. I mean, it's not really even separated. It didn't pull out of those bolts, so that's a testament to how good that holds. You know, these bolts I think were every 3 inches, 3 or 4. But man, okay. And that groove there is pretty hardcore scrape. It'd be interesting to see what the UHMW would look like on that one. But oh crap, what do I got going on over here? Dang, there's a hardcore. That's another dent. That's on the other side. Wow. Okay. So, I really wish they had the full UHMW right now. But it's probably going to stay like this till summer. Or summer's over. I don't see pulling the boat apart and flipping it, put UHMW on it right now. Just ain't gonna happen. I mean, at least I've done it and I know what it will take. Definitely better weather to do it in, just being warmer. But yeah, that's interesting right there. That's pretty amazing. So apparently I've got another big old dent back here, and we'll whoop up. It was pulling hardcore to the left, which that's got to be the other side, you know. But wow, so basically the way the water is now, I'm pretty much done running these rapids because this is really just beating the crap out of it. You know, just get it down here for the summer and leave it. Do flat water all summer until I'm ready to do the UHMW at least. See, yeah, bummer. And of course, that's just me running into a rock, but that's pretty impressive as well. Definitely got a good solid gouge there. You see where the hole's kind of pulled up from the UHMW. Got a little more gap here than it had before, but yeah, that's pretty ugly. Man, just beating the crap out of this thing. Well, keep your wells thick and don't worry about the looks, because if you're gonna run rivers, just gonna end up beating the crap out of it. Even with the UHMW, it's probably not gonna be the prettiest boat forever. Depending on what you do, you know, I wanna get to where I'm doing more rapids than I've been doing. You know, because that's the fun part, just cruising up and down the rapids, playing in them and so on. And you know, as I get more confidence, I definitely want to get better at it and do more of it. But, yeah, thing looks normal here. You can see the algae, green algae building on the boat and sitting down there. But everything else holding up good. Man.